Like zoinks, dude, it's the bonus bit. Bonus bit? Yeah, that's right, it's the bonus bit. Let's go do it. So today, we're talking about plants, right? We talked about antioxidants, and I want to come back to those because they're really fascinating, and I think they bring up a great thing for us to just talk about as a connoisseurs of the health and food sciences. Now, here's what I want to talk about. Antioxidants have been well proven to neutralize free radicals. And free radicals have been well proven to damage DNA in our cells in very severe damage there. Now, here's what's interesting. There have yet to be any studies or concrete proof that show conclusively that antioxidants specifically lower your risk of cancer. And that seems weird to say because we know that damaging DNA causes cancer, and we know that free radicals stop the damage, stop antioxidants, stop free radicals, and free radicals damage DNA. So here's the question. Why can't we just say, right, that antioxidants prevent cancer? Well, this goes into a lot of what health food science is now, is that we're in, say, the 70s and 80s, even before that, people were really looking for the healthy molecule or the healthy food. And what we're really coming to realize as scientists and nutritionists around the world is that food science and nutrition is not a end-sum game. There's not one food molecule we're going to find that prevents cancer or that cures disease. Okay, and antioxidants are just a great example of that. So cancer is a disease that's very fascinating in that it's not something you can catch, right? It develops inside you from your cells. Some people will get it, some people won't. A lot of it just depends on how long you live. It's really an old person's disease more than anything. But at the same time, some kids get it, and adolescents, and young adults, and middle-aged individuals as well. So when it comes to, say, preventing cancer, there's not really a this works or this doesn't. Because cancer is a random series of mutations that eventually lead to a cell that's not doing what it should, and it starts dividing like crazy and makes a tumor. Really my point here that I'm trying to get at, because this is a very amorphous situation, is that while there are things that people will tell you, this is good for you, this is good for you, omega-3s are great for you, antioxidants are great for you, fiber is good for you, what I wanted to say is that nature is good for you. And we've talked about this before, kind of the less processed things are, the better they tend to be. Take this apple, for example. There are lots of good things in it, but the thing is, we don't totally understand exactly how everything in this affects our body or even works together to affect our body when we eat this apple. We know some relationships, and what we found so far is this thing is pretty darn good any way you cut it. But if you're trying to supplement or replace an apple with, say, fiber supplements or omega-3s or antioxidant pills, it's never going to be as good, at least in our lifetime, as eating an actual apple. So when it comes to plants, fruits, vegetables, what I really like you to think about next time you go to, go to breakfast and you're thinking, you know what, I had my daily supplement, I don't need to eat that apple. Stop and consider, we don't know everything about this apple. Even the antioxidants, which we're pretty sure are good for us, we don't know exactly if they are, or what long-term effects they have or whatever. All we know is that this apple as a whole has kept humans going for hundreds of thousands of years. And so this whole thing has got to be really good for you. So next time you're at the supermarket and considering buying your supplements or your apples, if you're going to pick one, I'd go with the apple every day. Now, that's not to say that supplements don't have their place and can be really good, especially for women with things like iron supplements, or for men have a lot of trouble getting things like omega-3s. Those can be excellent. Just realize that this is probably usually better. So, with that, let's talk about your lab for this week. So this week, we talked about the 6 organs of a plant: the roots, the stem, the leaves, the flower, and the fruits. So here is your challenge, okay? What you need to do for your lab this week is create a meal that uses all 6 plant organs. Now the one, all 6 plant organs. That's it. Sticking with it. Okay. Again, would really like pictures of your preparation, and tell us what vegetable or fruit you used for each plant organ. If you want to include a little something about kind of how they fulfill the function of that organ, just very briefly. For example, if you have carrots for your roots, to say that, well, carrots store a lot of sugar, and that's why they're nice and sweet and delicious in this dish. That's it. So again, thanks for watching. Bye.